Have you ever had one of those days, or maybe one of those years, where it feels like you're paddling like crazy but just not getting anywhere? Well, today we're going to dive into a philosophy that flips that whole idea on its head. It suggests the secret isn't to paddle harder, it's to just turn your boat around. I mean, we've all been there, right? That feeling of just struggling, pushing against something. But what if that struggle isn't the problem? What if it's actually a signpost? What if it's trying to tell us there's a totally different, way easier way to go about this whole life thing? And this idea right here, this is the whole game. This is the foundation for everything we're about to get into. It's a pretty radical thought, isn't it? That if what you're doing feels hard, you might actually be going the wrong way. Not that you're not trying hard enough, but that you're literally pointed in the wrong direction. Okay, so to really get our heads around this, we have to start with a really big idea about who we are. According to this way of thinking, you're not just, this physical person walking around. You are so much more than that. The core idea is this. You're basically an extension of something called source energy. Think of it as this huge, eternal, non-physical consciousness. And even though you're here in your physical body, the larger energetic part of you never left. It's still right there, connected to you 100% of the time. And this is where we see that dual nature in action. You've got the physical you over here, the one who sees, hears, and touches things, which, if you think about it, is really just your brain interpreting vibrations, right? Light waves, sound waves, it's all vibration. Then you have the non-physical you, that bigger part of you. And here's the kicker. That part instantly becomes a match to everything you want the second you want it.
Okay, so how does knowing this actually help us? Well, this is where things get really cool. Because in this philosophy, the tough stuff in life, the challenges, they're not problems. They're actually the whole point. They are the fuel for creation. Here's the step-by-step. It's simple, really. First, you just live your life. You run into stuff you don't want. That's called contrast. The second that happens, you automatically launch what's called a rocket of desire for the opposite, for what you do want. You don't even have to think about it. And boom, instantly, that non-physical part of you becomes a perfect match to that new desire. And it just holds it there, waiting for you. So get this, everything you have ever wanted, every little wish, your big dream, it's not gone. It's not lost. It exists right now. It's being held for you in what the source material calls a vibrational escrow. It's kind of like a cosmic savings account, holding all the good stuff for the future you that you're becoming. So remember those rockets of desire we talked about? Well, that's the asking. And it's totally automatic. You don't have to get on your knees and pray or write it down 100 times. Just by living and knowing what you don't want, you are asking. And the answer is always yes, every single time. It's a vibrational guarantee. All right, so if everything we've ever wanted is already given and waiting for us, how the heck do we know if we're getting closer to it or further away? It's a great question, right? Well, the answer isn't out there in what you can see. The answer is inside you. It's your emotions. Your feelings are not random. They're like a GPS system, a perfect, never wrong guidance system. Every single emotion is telling you one thing and one thing only, how close or how far your current thoughts are from the thoughts of that bigger you, the you who is already living it up with all your desires. Think of it like a game of hot or cold. When you feel amazing, joy, love, appreciation, you're getting warmer. You're a vibrational match. You're pointed right at your desire. You're flowing downstream. But when you feel worry or frustration or fear, you're getting colder. You're pointed away from what you want. You're paddling upstream. It's your personal compass, and it never, ever lies. And this brings us full circle, right back to that stream of life. But here's the part that changes everything. This isn't just some random river you were thrown into. No way. This is a stream that you created with every single desire you've ever launched. That powerful current? That's the magnetic pull of everything you've ever wanted. All that stuff waiting for you in your vibrational escrow. The stream is literally flowing toward your best life. It's trying to take you there. It's calling your name. And this right here is the whole difference. Paddling upstream feels like a struggle, right? It's hard work, it's resistance, and that's because your focus is on what's wrong, on the problems. But floating downstream, that feels like ease, relief, release, because your focus is on what you want, on trust. One feels awful, the other feels amazing. It's really that black and white.
And here's the big aha moment. The goal isn't to start paddling like a maniac downstream. You don't need to. The current is already moving fast. It's doing all the heavy lifting. Your only job is to stop doing the thing that's holding you back. Just let go of the oars.
So that leads us to the big question, right? How do we actually do that? How do we let go of the oars? Well, this final part is all about the how-to. It's what the source material calls the art of allowing.
Okay, to really let this sink in, check out this number. It's wild. Over 99%, let me say that again, 99.99% of anything you create is basically done vibrationally before you see one tiny shred of physical evidence. So all that hustle and grind, that's the last little fraction of a percent. The real work is the energy work. So what does practicing this actually look like? It's way simpler than you might think. First, and this is the most important part, you have to start caring about how you feel, more than anything. And you don't have to leap from feeling terrible to feeling ecstatic. Just reach for relief. Can you find a thought that feels just a little bit better? That's it. Make peace with where you are. Tell a slightly better story. It's all about these tiny little shifts in what you're focusing on. And this quote just nails it. Your job isn't to make a 5-year plan and figure out all the steps. Your job is to feel good, to take that emotional journey first. Because once you get into alignment, once you start feeling good, the right actions will just pop into your head. They'll feel easy, inspired. You won't have to force a thing. So when you really think about it, if this powerful stream is always pulling you toward everything you want, the only work you have to do is to chill out and let it take you. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. What's just one thought you could think, right now, today, that would help you let go of those oars? Even just for a minute. Awesome stuff to think about. Thanks for diving in with me on this one.